Right, welcome back. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Friday afternoon, me and my old mate Hohen heading out of Duncan Bay. Classic Duncan Bay. The Prado was overheating on the hill over. If you've ever gone in and out of Duncan Bay, the hill getting in and out is extreme. And we're just about to launch now and head out through the Marlborough Sounds. And to be fair, I've got no idea what we're doing. We're certainly not fishing any normal spots. I don't know if we're targeting gurnard, groper, kingfish, John Dory. No idea, but the plan is to go out of Duncan, try some new spots, try some new things, and see what we can come up with anyway. Which will be entertaining. Oh, good trip, Coey. Coey just had a good trip. I was having a go at him before about his 10 sets of shoes and gumboots and flip-flops that he brings out in the boat. I tried to cap him at just 2 pairs, but he wouldn't have any of it. Well, that was easy. The water visibility in here is pretty bad. It's pretty muddy. We've had a fair bit of rain. We've got about 20 knots sour westers going through Nelson, so that's why we decided we'd launch out of here anyway. Coey's just parking up the wagon, and we're going to head out and park up on a mussel farm somewhere in the outer sounds. Really, guys, I've got no idea what we're doing. Well, we know we're going fishing, but what we're targeting and where we're going, there's a few different areas we want to try. But it's just deep water running up some big banks, and maybe going to try some flutter jigs. I've got my new reel I'm going to try, but I need to tie a leader on that, so that I might not use it actually. I might just keep using the Stella. Cohen's new to Duncan Bay and hasn't realised that the ramp's all got oysters on it, and he's come down in bare feet. He's still smiling though, strangely. I'm surprised he hasn't whinged about the oysters getting him. A little bit of a pansy to be fair. You okay, Ho? You alright? Your feet alright? Oh, did you? Did you leave one set behind? Yeah. Did you get your handbag? You got that sorted? I'll worry about you, Hohen.
Thank you.
I was just saying, I've got no idea really what we're fishing for, Hoey. Do we?
Fish?
Well, I know, but like what we're actually doing, our plans. But where are we going first? What's our first plan?
Probably kingfish.
Kingfish? What?
Yeah, look at the water and shit.
16. It's quite warm, isn't it? Especially with all that fresh in here. Funny how out through here, through the sounds, there's heaps of sandflies, but out Derville there's none.
Yeah.
But that water is pretty pooey brown, eh?
No.
The rivers are all clear coming in, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, Duncan Bay. This is, you know, I grew up fishing out of Duncan and diving actually with a family batch. We've got a batch in here. Not that we come down here, well, not that I come down here too much. Basically the boat's the new batch anyway, so it's so much easier staying on board the boat and staying on a mussel farm or parking up. But Duncan Bay's such a good place to come out of, except for the road coming in, overheating the Prado. But going up through the sounds, you've pretty much got a calm run all the way up, or at least can duck either side and hide out of the wind. So that's why we've come up this way actually, something different, all new different spots, targeting, yeah, I'm not sure yet. Probably everything under the sun, gurnard, terraceen, yeah, kingfish, lots, a lot. Look at the bait there, Ho. Wow. But we're going to start cranking. Let's get out there. Get out there, Ho. Hippie Beach. That's quite good snapper fishing off there. Like surf casting if you want to surf cast. Because you can walk the track around there. When we were young, the amount of big sharks would get off this point. It was unbelievable. Yeah, scary big sharks. Makos, all sorts.
Why is it so pretty around?
I don't know. It must have rained a lot all around through here, but it's pretty bad. Like it's chocolate brown, eh? Yeah. One of the cool things about coming out through the Sounds is this is Maud Island behind us here, which is a reserve, and I don't know, it's got what kakapos or some really nice birds that are pretty rare. But on the end, I don't know if you can see it right there, it's the old war gun turrets. So spread out through the bay here is all the old gun sites that are still in place from the war days. And the further ones up here, you can actually walk up the hill and check them out, which is pretty cool. So they were just keeping, they were just manned and keeping an eye on the Sound, stopping anyone coming through. But the ones up here are quite cool actually. They run a tunnel with a little escape hatch out the back. But that's a pretty cool feature up here. So if you're ever going through the Marlborough Sounds and you want to check out a gun turret, up off Post Office Point, there is a gun turret tucked up there, which you can climb up there and check it out. It's pretty cool actually. So we're halfway out now, we're just past Maud Island, and we're going to head out to maybe Forsyth or Chetwoods, and I don't know, maybe go for a cod or a snapper, or we might check up in the middle actually, up through the centre here between West and East Entry, and try up some of those holes and plateaus and mounds and reefs and see if there's anything around up through there. It's pretty nice up here, a little bit of a, I guess a little bit of a westerly coming through over the hilltops, but it's not really much really. Feels like summer, it's so warm. Holly's got his little creepy shorts on, so I'm trying to get him some new shorts, but he refuses to get any. Tried to ban him from wearing them on board because like the oldest shorts covered in bloody all the glue and crap. But we're gonna hit some wake. Right, we just rocked up to our first spot. Just having a look around the Sound and see if there's much fish going on. Doesn't seem to be a lot. Did find a pinnacle out wider though, and there's some good sign of fish on there. Right, so we just found some fish anyway. We've just done the old classic dummy drift. So going right up on the spot and just drifted through. And now I've got an idea which way we're running. Today I'm going to be running a Lucanus Sunset Crab, the old favourite. And what I like to do is scorpion a lot of my lures. And what I mean by that is add an extra bit of sting to it. So what I've actually done is put 2 skirts on it. So just bedazzled it. So that's what I call scorpion a lure. Adding an extra sting. Whether it works or not, it's a different story, but muck around with your lures is quite a cool thing. You can do that with the barcoos and all that as well. But I'm running the old classic Sunset. And we're going to go out and do this drift. But now I've just found a whole different patch of fish. Oh, look at that there too, ho. Look at that there.
Yeah.
But can't even work out which way we're drifting. First drop, Howie. Oh wow, we drifted past that already. We are humming, man. Holy bajolies.
Oh, that's it.
Straight through. Man, that was a terrible drift. We rocketed through there, though. Well, that was an epic fail drift. We went well past the mark before we even got close to getting to the bottom. Nothing's going on. We've got 3 wonky gonk, which we'll keep for puka bait, but tide's humming here. We drifted through. Howie's just got a big fish or the bottom? The bottom fish. We might drift. We'll go and get on the other side of the tide on this one, and have fish on the other side of the bank actually. Whoa!
Oh! You on, bud?
Yeah. Giant wonky.
Yeah.
Giant wonky. Yeah. Giant wonky gonk. He's a monster, Coey. If you don't like using lures for groper, the old wonkies, can you hear that? That's our live bait well. It gets bad, it gets worse too, wait for it. There you go. Woo! Doesn't sound good. Yeah, if you don't like using lures for groper, the old sea perch or wonky gonks, they are a very good live bait. That's just pushed us straight back the opposite way, Howie. Right back up on the inside. Yeah, she's pretty quiet this evening, people. But trying new places, new spots, new lures, bits and pieces. I was just talking to Coey, and I reckon I was like, I might have a wonky on, and I'm just dropping them up and down, but then I was like, no, I can't, because it's too light, it's too small. But actually, there you go. Look at that little guy. That is one super majestic wonky gonk. Whoa, easy little fella. He's so tiny, I'm going to put him back. He's not bait. You're not bait, pal. He's very aggressive though. Oh, there you go. Whoa! Hey little fella. Check him out.
That looks pretty big.
Is that not a cool little fella? We'll chuck him back. Christ, he was tiny. It's just wonky gonk mecca there. It's a wicked evening tonight, but sort of got out here a bit late. Wrong tides. We've got the incoming tide, which we sort of prefer the outgoing for snapper really. But we're having a little hunt round, catching some bait, some wonkies. I was hoping we'd get a cod or something, but there's no cod going on. Holly's casting some lures. And we're just potting around, aren't we, Ho? Do you want me to get in closer to that rock?
Yeah.
Do you want to cast out that way? Or you want to cast? Yeah. I'll take us up and spin us round. Actually, we'll get us into this current over here.
Well, if you want to stay forward for it,
Well, I'll turn us that way, and I can just stay on the motor and you can have some casts. There's way too much current anyway, and it's loaded with wonkies there, so you might as well have a sticky. Oh, we'll go on this calm patch in the middle, dude. Right, that was a pretty average evening trying to muck around in a new spot. I seriously did the standard and spiraled into fishing depression through my toys. Slayed the wonky gonks though, so I'm pretty happy. So I outfished Howie. They didn't get much. I slayed the wonkies. Got the biggest wonky and the smallest. But we're gonna cut a track now and head into the mooring actually, and park up, and then hopefully get out wide and try out deep. Actually try and find some new marks out deep. We've got some old marks, or some marks that we got off a chart. That was a lot of flogs ago, eh? Did we put that as a flog? Was that the start? And we were going to do, we were going to, then we went shark fishing, eh? So one of your old man, one of your mate's old man gave him a chart with heaps of old school marks lining up landmarks. So we tried to get the marks off that. So tomorrow's the plan is to go and hit those marks, see if there's any fish there. I don't know how accurate we're going to be within our range of where they are, but we'll give it a go anyway. I mean, it's good to try new spots anyway. Eventually you spiral into a bit of fishing depression. Day 2 going. Hopefully it'll be better. One good thing, he's got his long pants on now. He doesn't have those chody little shorts of his. Make sure your hair's done.
Hang on, wait. Alright, good.
We'll get rid of that. Okay, Howie was just winding me up because I was just, we were actually talking about, because we watch Step Brothers just about every time we come out on the iPad, and then we're talking about getting a Samsung tablet, which is going to be easier so we can plug in a hard drive. And I said to him, oh yeah, well I've got this new little blue one. I've had it for ages, don't know how I found it. And anyway, that's Howie's that he gave to me about 3 months ago, because he wants 6 months ago, because he wants me to pull all his snapper pictures on, and I just haven't done it. And he's like, he'll come around at gunpoint and make me do it. And I'm just thinking, I've got a good idea for him. How about I'll do the photos, Howie, if you get rid of those chody shorts of yours.
Alright.
How's that for a deal?
Done.
Once you get some new shorts,
done, that's it.
I will do all the photos you want, videos, whatever. But those old chody work shorts can go.
So come Monday or come Tuesday night, I'll have all my photos.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep, but as long as you've got some nice fancy,
I'll take a photo for you when I go get them.
shorts. Okay, he said it, so it's on.
Finally, get those pictures.
Morning. Well, interesting night last night. We tied up to one of the farms in the outer sounds, and it's a lot of tidal flow through there, and they're actually spat farms, so they were probably in better in high current sort of locations for better feed and growth. But yeah, that was pretty torturous because we had a easterly coming over from Cape Jackson's, and it just was sloppy all night. We got up this morning, started heading out to go wide, and we've got the easterly coming across this way, and then we've got the southwester coming up that side of Derville. So it's rough as guts out there. So we've just come in and we're just trying a heap of spots that I've got, like off mates, or I've put on the sounder off the chart. And we've got a little boat coming up to have a chat to us now. Just go straight up from us here and drift back this way. Got the lads out here, their sound is not working, so they're sort of just following us and going up on our drift. Good old Justin, eh? Hello, Justin. Nothing, yeah, nothing's going on. So, what were we talking about before? Ah, yeah, so nightmare night, sleeping. We went to bed pretty early, about 9 o'clock. Actually woke up this morning all clogged up a bit. I think I've got a bit of man flu coming. So I've got that husky voice starting. Could still see over in the distance all the white caps. I think that's meant to be around till about lunchtime, was it, Hope? So at the moment, we're actually slaying the giant wonky gonks. There's some crackers going on at the moment, but we'll save them for puka bait. Some fresh bait or liveys. But slow start to the day, that weather's holding us out actually. What do you want to do then, homie? What are we going to do? What's our plan? Where'd I put my drink? So from today's the 31st of, what are we, August, 31st of August. Tomorrow is the 1st of September, and through the Sounds, if you don't know, it is a cod ban from the 1st of September through to December. And that goes from all the internal parts of the Marlborough Sounds. So you've got French Pass over here, from Stevens Island all the way down to Cape. It is a cod ban, so you are not allowed to take any cod. So today is the last day.
Cod for tea.
The cod for tea. It's probably the most cruisiest fishing we've done actually. Hoey's sitting over there sort of. I'm not, funnily enough, I'm not spiraled into the fishing depression. I'm quite happy just cruising along. Nothing too complicated. Hoey sort of wants to catch some fish and looks pretty depressed. So we're gonna head up and try some other spots inside the islands over here. You can still see that subtly coming through, but it does look like it's died off. There's not so many whitecaps now, so we might be alright. Just pulled up the first spot, and we're actually having some sushi for lunch. Actually, it's more breakfast, isn't it? From Aki Sushi. Thanks, Taiwu. Like normal, mate, the sushi is unbelievable. But I don't know if you guys, food tastes so much better out in a boat, eh? What you reckon, Towie? Why is that?
There's not much for it.
Food always way better on a boat. But this sushi's mint. What's the other stuff? Is that fish?
Is it salmon?
No, in that one.
That one?
Yeah. Oh, chicken. Man, that's good. Having a first drop now. Tide's going the wrong way, so we're just waiting on the change now. And see if we can't pick up a snapper. What's the time? 9:30? 9:30?
Yeah.
And Hoey's just got our first takeable fish, a cherokee, on the black baku. God, he made it look like about a 20-pound snapper to start with.
That felt like it.
Yeah, because it's big. That was awesome. I got into high reverse and I was panicking, and he was leaning right over the side, and I was like, yes, big snapper. But instead, it's a giant cherokee. I've got to say, that's probably our first time with a baku with a cherokee, eh?
Yep.
I'm going to have to raid some of his black bakus actually, because I've got none, he's got them all, so...
Come on, man.
I'm right out the back. I'm not starting anything, I mean it, he's going to be a good eater. It'll be delicious, Cohen. It'll be delicious.
You won't even know how delicious it'll be. Because you're not going to taste them.
Oh, that's just cruel. Do you want the squealing live bait pump on?
Oh, you give us a squeal.
Oh, here she goes.
And a bit of reverse.
Kick her into high mode in a second. Old Screamy. And cue the scream any second now. There you go. Oh God, that's torture. If you've got a decent live bait well, to be fair, my pumps had it, but we always bleed the fish in the well and wash the water out and bleed them in there, then pack them on ice. Found that to be an easier way, cleaner way.
I've not been here in Perth.
It's not about you, Colin. You've caught your big 20-pound terraki.
I'm wrapped. I'm so wrapped.
It's pretty good. It's the first fish of the trip, really. Legal, keepable
Edible
fish.
fish.
Edible fish.
Well, the wonky's edible.
They are actually. Wonky gonks are actually pretty good eating. But we're just tucked up the top of the rangatotos at the moment, out of the wind. It's about the only place we can hide. She's pretty quiet here, waiting on the tide change. The wind's died off a wee bit, Hoey.
Yeah.
What happened to your little tray, Hoey? Tell us what happened, mate.
It broke.
Looks you, eh?
Well, it could have been broken for a while, I don't know.
So you put your giant buckets in there and they rolled around and smashed it in the ruts.
It's because you drive too fast and it falls off this chili bit.
Oh, so it's my fault now.
100%.
One terraki for the morning. It was a 20-pound terraki Hoey got. We're moving on to the next spot. We had plans to go wide in this big bombard of plans, but Hoey's put out a new plan. Maybe we just go for snapper and kingfish today, and then tomorrow morning go out wide for a groper. So plans have changed, but it's pretty quiet. There's nothing going on. But new spot. Hopefully Hoey will get another 20-pounder.
Many of us and many of them are standing straight, refusing to bend, defying the terrible weather. Note that once again in time, a man and king of Babylon is on the rise. Let's hope we'll get through. One step wrong and he will fall. We don't think he will dance at all. No more invites to the ball. When he's back down underground, we will all be singing songs.
Well, we made it out to Baku Reef, and it's probably, how big a swell, Hoey?
2 metres, is it?
Easy 2 metre swell out here. I don't know if you can see it in the background. It wasn't pretty coming out. It wasn't bad, to be fair, but it wasn't great. Hoey hit the bottom and he's in straight away. Could be. You can see it coming up. You're up about 60 metres now.
Black market up again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bless it. Man, it's pretty good, decent out here, dude. Huh? We might have to go the electrics and big sinkers drifting. I don't think I've got the motivation to get hooked up. Oh, look at that one.
Well.
Yeah.
I see a few goodies out there, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's meant to get better, but it's not looking that way. Is it fighting or not fighting?
Really?
You got a giant wonky.
Been a few turns, never better.
Giant wonky.
You got limits along here, it's pretty good.
I reckon it might be a Johnny.
Yeah. Quite really well. Tried to do something about it.
Wonky. Oh, giant girded. Holy smokes.
That's so big.
That's ginormous. Look at that. That is a gino.
Wow.
Must be like 45 centimetres long. Holy crap. Always onto a puka. I'm sure he's got a puka. Pretty heavy, eh?
Yeah.
That's on the Baku. Again, I'm gonna have to raid his bag while he's not using it.
Can't help it.
Oh, listen to that. That's awesome. I don't know if you guys can see the swell in the background. Probably doesn't look bad like normal, but she's
Can you reverse us, please?
not the best weather today. Oh yeah, we're coming straight up onto that sign now, are we? Not that it's doing you any good. You're already hooked up, mate.
Trying to get the light into the race.
Man, the sign's ample. Oh, I was in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, yep, in.
Yeah.
Yeah! Woohoo! Definitely a puka. Yeah! Still got us in reverse, are we?
Yes, we're good.
Oh, look at the sign there.
Oh. Damn, that's huge. It's like 40 metres of solid.
Oh, yeah. Coey's using his little 2.5 Stella on the Ngitsu. I got a twin power 4000 on the Chaos. Oh, this made it worth it, Hoey.
Yeah. Oh, is that my bubble stream coming out?
Oh, yeah, it might be. Do you reckon you got a good one?
It's not bad. It isn't full heat, so.
They never do though, do they? At the start they sort of do. Oh, I'm so glad we went light gear, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have had it in me to get the electrics out.
Are you able to hit reverse?
Eh?
Are you able to hit reverse?
Yeah, mate. Sort of. When you got these big seas, you start rigging up, you do feel a little bit seedy. Oh, this is awesome. It's been such a quiet morning today. Me and Hoey are stoked now, they're hooked up. You're going to want the gaff or the net, buddy?
Going to manhandle it.
Oh yeah. The gaff's right there, you're better off doing that. You might bloody break your... Are you still alright? This reversing?
Yeah. Yeah, good. Straight up and down. You're starting to come up, man.
Oh man, I could not be happier.
Finally.
This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Hey?
I'm here. Yeah, good graduate.
Is it a good one?
Well, probably nice either, mate.
Oh yeah, awesome. On the board, Hoey.
On the board.
On the board. I might switch it up and go to Maybe a Lucanus, sunset Lucanus or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a crank as well.
One minute. Good mate.
Little fella.
Oh, I got a double whammy.
Double. Oh, look at
I got the old Black Magic snapper snack down. I didn't even put any bait on it. They're not the biggest groper, they're little pups, but that's pretty cool.
What's the word, mate?
Good eaters, as Colin would say. Good eaters.
Oh, that back one. Oh.
Scrumptious. Well, snapper snacks, eh? There you go. Look at that little fella. Not the biggest groper in the world, but to be fair, that's super awesome. The other one's about the same size. Right, so Stella 1000 and the Dialuna 3 to 21 gram rod versus actually, and a Sunset Lucanus 200 gram. So let's see if round 3 of the Stella versus the puka. This is the lightest reel on the market. 1000, it's 170 grams, 3 kilos of drag, butter smooth, and my favourite reel. And Hohen's in! Hoey's in on the other side while he's backing.
No.
Oh, he dropped him. We are right on that sign too. He'll be back, he'll come back. His mate will. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, look at that sign, dude. Come on, get down there. Sunset, get down. Oh, he's in. You can hear it. And if it's weighty, it's a grouper. Yes, he's got a grouper. Oh, he's getting smoked. Nice, Hoey.
Oh, it's not nice.
That's alright. He's getting smoked, getting dealt to. You got a bigger one, buddy. Just keep the pressure on, mate. Keep the pressure on, Hoey. Keep the pressure on. Don't let us down.
Come on, you little scoutsy.
Whoop. Probably see how wavy it is. What? Jesus. Holy. It's even hard standing up today. And I'm on the bottom.
God damn it.
Close to the bottom.
God damn it.
You want me to come up?
No. That's alright. He's just dominating me.
Something's already having a go.
Come up.
You've got a good one, dude. I might have to come up, man. I think yours is going to be a cracker. I might not be able to in a minute. No, I'm in.
Damn it.
Man, oh yeah. Double hook up. My mini Stella. Oh, yes.